Okay, if you made it to this video, that means you've successfully created all your sound files and your list. If you do not have this, go back to part 1 and do all that. So now we're going to go ahead and put this all into Tacotron. First, we're going to want to create a new folder in audio and call it WAVS. Take all of your audio files and move it there. If you're wondering why we did that, it's because we inputted it here. So now that we have all this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to need 2 of these tabs. Both these links are in the description. We need the training notebook and the synthesis notebook. We're going to start with the training notebook. The first thing you're going to want to do here is click File and then save a copy in Drive. Wait for that to load and it'll open a new tab. Exit out of the first tab. And now click this. Read where it says right here. If it says P100, V100, or T4, it's good. If it says K80 or P4, you're going to want to go to Runtime and click Factory Reset and click it again, this again, until you get one of these GPUs. We got a T4, so we're good to go. Next, we mount it to our drive. So we click this right here. Then it's going to ask you to click this URL and enter an authorization code. It's going to click here. Click your account, click allow, and then see this code, click that, Control C, enter your authorization code, and click enter. Wait for this to stop loading like that before going to the next step. Then you click download, click the play button, and you want to do this one by one, so don't click another play button until each one's complete. So you're going to click this one. This creates the WAVS folder. So now we can click Files, click the arrow here, see where it says WAVS. This is where we're going to input all of our sound files that we did in part 1. So click 1, hold down shift, go to 30, drag this into the WAVS, and just click OK here. We don't have to worry about that. And then our list file, we're going to go right here, see where it says File Lists, drag this into File Lists. Now we just click the play on the boring code and wait for it to load. While it does that, you can think about what you want your model name to be. I usually do it the name of the person I'm replicating and then how many files I have. So if I do more with more files, I know which one's which. So for example, this is a Jimmy Fallon model. So I would write Fallon and we have 30 files, so 30. Next, this is the name of your file list. If you followed my first tutorial exactly, it's just list.txt. So do list in both of these fields. Then you click play. Then you're gonna go here. This is where it gets a little bit confusing. So if you have 30 or less files, you're gonna want this to be lower than the amount of files you have without exceeding 30. So we have 30 files. I'm gonna turn this to 20. I like keeping it slightly below how many files I have so it doesn't run into an error. If you have more than 40 files, keep it at 30. Even if you have 500 files, keep it at 30. This is the maximum amount of epochs. You're not going to run through all 10,000 or it's going to take your computer over 20 hours. I usually put it at 500 to start out. If you have more files, it's going to take longer. I'll tell you how long it is in just a little bit, but put it at 500 for now and click play. Then you click play on the next tab. It's going to generate your stuff. Check data. This is where it checks your list document for any errors. If you forgot a period, if it's not formatted right, this will tell you right here. Everything's good, so we go to the next step here. It's the long part. Click play here, and this is going to actually start training the model here. This part takes a long time. Okay, so you wait for it to load these down here, and then once it starts, this is the number we want to pay attention to, the 2.035. We want to wait until this number, now it's at 1.57, wait until it goes to 0.15 or lower. That's when you can stop the model. Okay, so this is now below 0.15. See this number here, it's not 0.14. So we can now go up here and click stop. It will turn red once it finishes the cycle. Don't spam click this or you'll screw it up. Just click it once and then it'll turn red like that. Now we are ready to start on this, the second tab, the synthesis notebook. This is different than the training notebook. The first thing we're going to do is go into our Google Drive, click on Collab, click on Alt dir, and see where it says current model right here. We're going to right click, click share, and make sure it's set so that anyone with a link can view it. Click copy link, again make sure it says anyone with a link can view it, and click done. Go back here and click file, save a copy in Drive. I'll open a new tab, exit out of the original one. Then we're going to check our GPU. Again, if it says K80, see right here, GPU 0, Tesla T4, that's okay. If it says K80, go to runtime, factory reset runtime. We have a T4, so we're fine. Click install Tacotron and WaveGlow and let this section load. Now we're going to go to select Tacotron model. This is going to be the URL that we copied from a Google Drive. Just paste it into the URL bar. Don't click enter. Just highlight the part between /d/ and /view. Click Control C. Highlight this part here between the apostrophes and paste it. Keep everything else exactly how it is and just click play. It will now download both models. This will take about 2 or 3 minutes. You'll know when it's done because this spinning wheel will stop spinning. It gets stuck at 1.38 for about a minute. Don't be alarmed and don't force stop it, otherwise it won't work. Just let it hang at 1.38, and when it says WaveGlow model download, that means it's done. Click play on initialize. Okay, once this is done, don't forget these two. They're easy to miss. Make sure you click the first one, which says load Tacotron 2. And then click the second one, which says load WaveGlow. Now we should be able to get through it without any errors. If you get any errors from any of this, go to runtime, click factory reset runtime, and start all over. Now we get to the fun part where we can actually make words. This is the default. We can change this to whatever we want. So let's go ahead and enter something. Like, this is a fake message. Then we click play. Let's listen to the first one.
This is a fake message.
So ours sounds pretty robotic because we only use 30 clips, just as the tutorial. If you use much more, like 60 to 100 or even 200, you'll get much better realistic results. Another thing I recommend trying is changing this from false to true between each go to see what it sounds like. Sometimes it sounds better as true, sometimes it sounds better as false. I don't know why one sounds better than the other sometimes, but it just does. So let's see it as true.
This is a fake message.
So that sounds a lot better than it was when it was false. But one more thing I recommend is that once you find if true or false sounds better, copy the message you want to have it say and paste it 4 times. So when you click play, it generates 4 different files. Each time it generates, it sounds different. So you can pick which one you think sounds the best and save it. So let's say this one sounds the best.
This is a fake message.
Right click it, click save audio, and just save it where you want. And there you have it. You've successfully now created audio files, created a transcript, and used the notebook to be able to output your own messages.